So we were discussing the Savings and Investment Union at the previous ECOFIN in a similar public forum as well, and we were discussing a different element of the portfolio. The terminology I attempted to use back then when we were speaking about this was that this is the most consequential policy agenda in Europe. And I also lauded the efforts of Maria Luis, which I will repeat today, because this is a great effort, and she's spearheading this process with leadership. There are certain issues which, when we're discussing them publicly, citizens grasp them. We discussed energy yesterday at the inclusive Eurogroup format. It's the #1 topic discussed internationally. It's fully grasped. When we're discussing the SAU, this is quite more technical. So it's a policy challenge, but it is also a communications challenge on our end to convey to citizens why this is important and why we call it the most consequential policy agenda in Europe. But it is. And in this regard, it has many elements. I wouldn't qualify some as less important than others. I would say it's like American football. We're trying to get inches in the field. And this is exactly what the Commission is trying to do. In one phrase, you have our full support in this endeavor. And the discussion on market integration and supervision is a central part in that effort. We have two structural transformations that we're facing today as Europe. The first one is that capital markets remain fragmented. Liquidity, infrastructures, supervisory practices, they're still largely organized along national lines. The second is that financial innovation is accelerated rapidly through technological progress, from AI-driven trading, digital financial infrastructure, to tokenization, to new cross-border platforms. Especially with regards to the latter, if I may say bluntly, what's the plan? To do it times 27 or to do it centrally? I think that the question is rhetorical. We need to create economies of scale and regulation as well. And the two developments that I just mentioned are largely interconnected. Financial markets are network industries. Scale matters. It matters for liquidity, for data, for infrastructure, increasingly for supervision itself. And as financial technologies become more complex, more cross-border, effective regulation requires deeper markets, stronger data capabilities, more coordinated supervisory capacity, what we're discussing today. And fragmented markets are not just less efficient, they also make supervision harder. And in this context, the package that you brought here today, the market integration and supervision package, is a very important step forward. By strengthening supervisory convergence, by giving ESMA a stronger and clearer role, we can improve the consistency of supervision across the Union. This should be done without creating overlaps between ESMA and the national regulators, whose proximity to markets and expertise remains essential, but I think that this is acknowledged in the proposal. The objective is not duplication, it's a more coherent and effective supervisory package. Plus, those initiatives can help by harmonizing rule books, by streamlining passporting regimes, by limiting national gold plating, and doing so would also increase significantly administrative burdens and enable market participants to scale up cross-border operations. There are many discussions taking place along the lines of the broader portfolio. I recently heard Chancellor Merz, for instance, speaking about the idea of a single European stock exchange. Those reflect the broader recognition that scale matters in capital markets. We adhere to this. We should all adhere to this. And when we're discussing this broader portfolio, and I end with that, generally speaking, I've heard Maria Luis say it, we all agree, and then there is an asterisk with, but there is this specific thing that I would like to add. Unless we realize that the latter is less important than the former, no progress will be made. And it should be made because the opportunity cost of time here is monumental. We don't have it. We simply don't have it. And this is why you have our full support. Thank you.